I am Shabnam, your teacher of English from Rajkamal Saraswati Vidya Mandir. Students, in this video we shall discuss the poem of Standard 6 entitled The Quarrel. So, this poem has been written by the poetess Eleanor Frazier. So, now let us have something about the poetess first. So, Eleanor Frazier was born on 13th Feb in the year 1881. Now, you will be glad to know that she was a poetess, she was a writer, she was an author who only focused, who only concentrated on writing things for children, means for especially you all. So she was a writer of children. So she is also called children's author, children's writer. So she was an English author of children's stories and plays, poetry, etc. So she has also written a lot of poems, a lot of plays, a lot of dramas, as well as a lot of stories for children. Her notable work include Morning Has Broken. So this book of Eleanor Frazier is the very famous book, one of the very famous books, and she has also received some awards because she was such a notable writer, she was such a good writer that it was certain that she had to win some awards in the field of literature. So she had received these two awards. One was Carnegie Medal. It was won by her in the year 1955, and another was Hans Christian Andersen Award, which she won in the year 1956. And after having such a great achievement and after living 84 years of long life, she finally passed away. She died on 5th June 1965. Now students, we have read about the poetess. Now let us have something about the poem. Let us have some introduction about the poem. So students, this poem, The Quarrel, is about the fight, is about the quarrel, and it generally happens in two ways. One by mouth to mouth, means one is orally, and another by using our hands, our legs, means our body parts. So here the poetess talks about the quarrel that are very common in everybody's home, that are very common in everybody's life. Now, you cannot say that you have never fought with your brother, you have never fought with your sister, because these kind of quarrels are very common at everybody's home. So yes, in this poem also, the poet deals with the very same, the very common, the very natural quarrel that the children have at their houses with their siblings, with their brothers or with their sisters. Students, now that we have understood about the poetess, we have an introduction, we have had an introduction about the poem also. Now let us read this poem. Students, through this poem, the poetess wants to tell us that she had once fight with her brother. She had once quarreled with her brother. And now what had actually happened, what was the result, what was the consequences, let us find. So here I have written the very first stanza of the poem, The Quarrel. In the first line the poetess is saying, I quarreled with my brother, I don't know what about. The meaning of quarrel is fight. So the poetess is saying that once I had fought, once I had a quarrel with my brother, and I don't know what about. Means she does not know even the reason that why they had started fighting. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. Now when the quarrel started, when it began, it started from one thing and it continued to the other things. One thing had started to the other things, and somehow we fell out, and in this way their quarrel had started. They had begun fighting. The start of it was slight and the end of it was strong. Means when they had started the quarrel, it had started on a very little matter. The beginning was very little, it was very small, but when it came for it for the ending time, when it came at ending time, what happened? It had taken a very wide form. It became very strong. He said he was right, I knew he was wrong. So what happens in the quarrel? When we fight with somebody, when we quarrel with somebody, we think that we are right and the other person thinks that he is right, and that is why, because the opinion does not match, and so both the person starts fighting. So the same condition was there also. He said he was right, means the brother was saying, the brother of the poetess was saying that he was right, but the poetess knew that he was wrong. So because their opinion was not matching, so they were quarreling, and their quarrel had started with a very little matter, but later on it became very strong. It became a very big thing. Now students, here as you can see, I have written the difficult word meanings. Now with this we come to an end of understanding the first stanza of this poem. Thank you.